Everything is coming now, not someday, not in some distant future, not after endless waiting, struggle, and disappointment now. This is the truth that many people fail to recognize, because they have been trained to look ahead for their blessings, instead of around them. They have been taught to believe that success belongs to another season, that abundance belongs to another person, and that happiness belongs to another time. Yet the great law of life responds not to fear, doubt, or delay. It responds to faith. It responds to expectation. It responds to the inner conviction that what is rightfully yours is already moving toward you. There is an unseen force always working behind the scenes of your life. Even when nothing appears to be changing, circumstances are shifting. Opportunities are arranging themselves. Doors are preparing to open. People are being guided into position. The things you have prayed for, hoped for, and imagined are not lost in some distant place. They are being drawn towards you through the power of your thoughts, your words, and your unwavering belief. Many people unknowingly stop their own good by constantly declaring what they do not have. They speak of lack, and lack continues. They speak of obstacles, and obstacles multiply. They speak of delay, and delay becomes their experience. Every word carries creative power. Every expectation plants a seed. What you consistently declare becomes the atmosphere in which your future grows. If you wish to change your results, you must first change your inner conversation. You must begin speaking as one who expects favor, abundance, success, and miracles. The universe is never responding to your wishes alone. It responds to your dominant belief. When you wake each morning expecting disappointment, you close the door to possibilities before they even arrive. When you wake expecting good, you create a pathway through which good can enter. Expectation is a magnet. It attracts circumstances that match its vibration. The person who confidently expects opportunities often discovers opportunities everywhere. The person who expects obstacles finds those as well. There comes a moment when you must stop asking whether your blessing is coming and start preparing as though it has already arrived. The farmer does not stare at an empty field and declare there will never be a harvest. He plants with confidence. He trusts the unseen process. He understands that growth is taking place beneath the surface, long before it becomes visible. Life works in the same way. The greatest transformations often occur where human eyes cannot yet see. Perhaps there have been seasons when it seemed nothing was working. Perhaps you knocked on doors that remained closed. Perhaps you invested effort and saw little reward. Yet every experience has been preparing you for a greater demonstration of good. Nothing is wasted in the divine order of life. What appears to be a setback may actually be redirection. What appears to be delay may actually be preparation. What appears to be an ending may be the beginning of something far greater than you imagined. The moment you truly accept that everything is coming now, your energy changes. You stop chasing and begin attracting. You stop worrying and begin trusting. You stop focusing on what is missing and begin appreciating what is already present. Gratitude becomes your evidence of faith. Confidence becomes your natural state. Instead of asking, "When will my opportunity arrive?" you begin declaring, "My opportunity is already on its way." Instead of saying, "Maybe one day," you boldly affirm, "My time is now." Life has a remarkable way of responding when you align yourself with certainty. Unexpected opportunities appear. Chance meetings become turning points. Solutions emerge from unexpected places. Resources arrive at the perfect moment. What seemed impossible begins unfolding with surprising ease. Not because luck has finally found you, but because you have finally aligned your thoughts with the good that has been seeking expression through your life all along. Today is not a day for doubt. It is not a day for hesitation. It is not a day for rehearsing old fears and old limitations. This is a day to stand firmly in the expectation of good. This is a day to believe that abundance is moving towards you, that success is moving towards you, that peace is moving towards you, that opportunities are moving towards you. The invisible currents of life are carrying your blessings closer with every passing moment. What belongs to you cannot be withheld. What is meant for you cannot be taken away. The doors that are yours will open. The opportunities that are yours will appear. The provision that is yours will arrive. The answer you seek is drawing near. and every power in harmony with your highest good is working together to bring it into visible reality, because everything is coming now. A powerful transformation begins the moment you stop placing your blessings in the future and start expecting them in the present. Too often, people convince themselves that success will arrive someday, happiness will arrive someday, and abundance will arrive someday. They create a mental distance between themselves and the very things they desire. The mind becomes accustomed to waiting rather than receiving. Yet, life responds to expectation. When you expect your good now, you send a clear message that you are ready to receive what has already been moving toward you. Every day is filled with unseen possibilities. Opportunities are forming, solutions are appearing, and circumstances are shifting in ways that cannot always be seen with the physical eye. The fact that something is invisible does not mean it is absent. A seed grows beneath the soil long before it breaks through the surface. A masterpiece exists in the imagination before it appears on a canvas. Great achievements often begin in places hidden from view. In the same way, many of the blessings meant for your life are developing behind the scenes before they become visible realities. Expectation is one of the greatest forces you possess. It shapes the way you interpret events, influences the choices you make, and determines what you notice throughout your day. A person who expects disappointment often finds evidence to support that belief. A person who expects success becomes aware of possibilities that others overlook. The difference is not always in the opportunities available, but in the mindset through which those opportunities are viewed. What you consistently expect becomes the lens through which you experience life. There is a remarkable difference between wishing for something and expecting it. Wishing carries uncertainty. It hopes things might improve. Expectation carries confidence. It assumes improvement is already underway. When you move from wishing to expecting, your entire attitude changes. You stop speaking from fear and begin speaking from faith. You stop concentrating on obstacles and begin focusing on possibilities. You stop asking whether good things can happen and begin preparing for them to happen. Many opportunities pass unnoticed because people are so focused on what has not happened yet. They spend their energy analyzing delays, replaying disappointments, and worrying about outcomes that have not even occurred. Their attention remains fixed on lack instead of possibility. The mind naturally expands whatever it focuses upon. If attention remains on problems, problems seem larger. If attention remains on possibilities, possibilities begin to multiply. Expecting your good now requires directing your focus toward what can go right rather than what might go wrong. Every thought carries a certain influence. Repeated thoughts gradually become beliefs, and beliefs often shape behavior. When you repeatedly think that life is withholding opportunities from you, you begin acting as though opportunities are scarce. When you repeatedly think that abundance is approaching, you become more confident, more creative, and more willing to take meaningful action. The inner belief changes the outer response. The outer response creates different results. The practice of expecting your good now does not require ignoring challenges. Difficulties may still appear, and obstacles may still arise. The difference lies in how you interpret them. Instead of viewing challenges as signs that your desires are impossible, you begin seeing them as temporary conditions. A storm does not last forever. A difficult chapter does not define the entire story. Circumstances can change quickly, sometimes in ways that exceed every expectation. Gratitude strengthens this process because gratitude trains the mind to recognize abundance. Every moment of appreciation reminds you that good already exists in your life. The more aware you become of present blessings, the easier it becomes to believe that greater blessings are on their way. Gratitude and expectation work together. One appreciates what is already present, while the other confidently welcomes what is arriving. Life often delivers opportunities in unexpected forms. A conversation may introduce a new direction. An idea may unlock a solution. A chance encounter may become a turning point. What appears ordinary today may reveal extraordinary value tomorrow. Expectation keeps you open to these possibilities. It allows you to move through life with confidence rather than hesitation, anticipation rather than fear, and faith rather than doubt. Instead of standing at the door of your future, wondering if good things are coming, you begin living with the certainty that favorable conditions are already unfolding, that new opportunities are already being prepared, and that the blessings meant for your life are drawing closer with every passing moment. Trusting the unseen process requires a level of faith that many people struggle to develop. Human nature often wants immediate proof, visible results, and clear evidence before believing that progress is taking place. Yet some of the most important forces in life operate beyond what can be seen. You cannot see the roots of a tree growing beneath the earth, but those roots determine the strength of everything that appears above the surface. You cannot see the exact moment an idea begins transforming a person's future, yet a single thought can eventually change the course of an entire life. Growth often begins in invisible places, long before it becomes visible reality. The challenge for many people is that they judge progress only by appearances. If they cannot immediately see results, they assume nothing is happening. If circumstances remain unchanged for a period of time, they conclude that their efforts are ineffective. This way of thinking creates frustration and discouragement. It causes people to abandon dreams, quit projects, and lose confidence just before meaningful breakthroughs occur. The unseen process demands patience, because not everything develops according to human timelines. Every worthwhile achievement goes through stages that cannot always be observed. A building exists in the mind of an architect before construction begins. A successful business often starts as an idea no one else understands. Great accomplishments are usually preceded by periods of preparation, learning, adjustment, and growth that receive little attention from the outside world. The visible result may seem sudden, but the invisible preparation often takes much longer. Life operates according to principles that continue working whether or not immediate evidence appears. Seeds do not grow faster because someone worries about them. Constantly digging them up to check their progress only interferes with their development. The same principle applies to goals, dreams, and desires. When people obsess over timing and demand constant proof, they create unnecessary anxiety. Trust allows the process to unfold naturally. It creates space for growth without interference from fear and doubt. Many breakthroughs occur after periods that seem unproductive on the surface. A person may spend months developing skills without obvious rewards. Another may work tirelessly toward a goal while receiving little recognition. Someone else may continue making efforts despite repeated setbacks. From the outside, it can appear as though nothing significant is happening. Yet beneath the surface, valuable experience is being gained, character is being strengthened, and opportunities are quietly being prepared. Nature provides countless examples of this principle. The seasons change gradually. Growth happens incrementally. A tree does not reach its full height overnight. Rivers carve paths through rock over long periods of time. Some of the most powerful forces achieve remarkable results through steady and often invisible progress. Life frequently follows the same pattern. Significant transformation may be occurring even when daily changes seem small. Trusting the unseen process also means understanding that delays are not always denials. There are moments when circumstances need time to align. Certain opportunities require preparation before they can be fully received. Skills may need to be developed. Knowledge may need to be acquired. Relationships may need to form. Timing often plays a role in the unfolding of events. What appears to be a frustrating delay may actually be a period of preparation, designed to position you for greater success. Doubt focuses on what cannot be seen. Faith focuses on what is possible despite what cannot yet be seen. Doubt asks, why isn't it happening? Faith asks, what if everything is already moving into place? These two perspectives create very different experiences. Doubt drains energy and weakens persistence. Faith strengthens determination and encourages continued action. The circumstances may be identical, but the mindset changes everything. People who trust the process understand that temporary appearances do not define final outcomes. They refuse to measure their future solely by present conditions. They continue learning even when progress feels slow. They continue working even when recognition is absent. They continue believing even when visible evidence is limited. This persistence often separates those who achieve meaningful goals from those who abandon them prematurely. The unseen process is not an invitation to remain passive. Trust works best when combined with action. While results may not appear immediately, consistent effort continues creating momentum. Every step matters. Every lesson matters. Every improvement matters. Progress is often taking place in ways that cannot be fully measured in the moment. Skills are developing, confidence is growing, opportunities are approaching, and circumstances are shifting. What seems invisible today may become unmistakably visible tomorrow, revealing that growth was occurring the entire time beneath the surface of everyday experience. Preparation is one of the clearest signs of faith. It is easy to say that you believe something good is coming, but true belief reveals itself through action. When you genuinely expect opportunities, success, abundance, or positive change, you begin making room for them in your life. Your behavior starts matching your expectations. You stop living as though nothing will change, and begin acting as though new possibilities are already on their way. A person who expects a guest prepares the home before the guest arrives. The table is arranged, the space is cleaned, and everything is made ready in advance. The preparation itself is evidence of expectation. In the same way, preparing for your desires demonstrates confidence that what you seek is moving closer. It creates alignment between what you hope for and how you live each day. Many people unknowingly send mixed signals to themselves and to life. They say they want success, but they make no preparation for greater responsibility. They desire new opportunities, but they continue operating with old habits. They wish for abundance, but they constantly focus on scarcity. Their actions suggest doubt even when their words express desire. Preparation eliminates this contradiction. It brings thoughts, words, and actions into harmony. Every significant achievement requires readiness. Opportunities often arrive unexpectedly, and those who are prepared are usually the ones who benefit most. Two individuals may receive the same opportunity, yet one succeeds while the other struggles, because one has spent time preparing. Readiness creates confidence. Preparation reduces hesitation. It allows a person to respond effectively when favorable circumstances appear. The habit of preparation begins in the mind. Before anything changes externally, an internal decision must occur. You must begin seeing yourself as capable of receiving what you desire. If you dream of greater success, start thinking like a successful person. If you desire growth, begin adopting habits that support growth. If you want new opportunities, become the type of individual who is ready to recognize and seize them. The outer world often reflects the preparation that takes place within. Preparation also requires releasing attachment to old limitations. It is difficult to welcome something new while remaining completely attached to outdated beliefs. Many people continue defining themselves according to past experiences. They carry old disappointments into new situations. They expect future results to mirror previous failures. This mindset prevents progress because it keeps attention fixed on what has already happened, rather than what is possible. Preparing for your desires means creating space for a new story to unfold. There is power in acting as though improvement is already underway. This does not mean pretending you have achieved goals that have not yet materialized. It means carrying yourself with confidence and expectation. It means making decisions that support the future you want to create. Small actions performed consistently can have a profound impact. Reading, learning, practicing, organizing, planning, and improving skills all represent forms of preparation that build momentum over time. Many remarkable opportunities appear ordinary at first. They may arrive disguised as simple conversations, unexpected introductions, new ideas, or small openings. Those who are prepared recognize value where others see little significance. Because they have trained themselves to expect good, they notice possibilities that might otherwise go unnoticed. Preparation sharpens awareness and increases the likelihood of recognizing opportunities when they appear. Fear often discourages preparation because fear focuses on uncertainty. It asks, "What if nothing happens?" Faith asks a different question. What if everything works out better than expected? Preparation is the practical expression of that faith. It demonstrates confidence that effort invested today will create value tomorrow. Instead of waiting for perfect certainty, prepared individuals take meaningful action, despite uncertainty. The process of preparation also strengthens self-belief. Every action taken toward a goal sends a message to the mind that the goal matters. Every improvement reinforces confidence. Every step forward builds momentum. The act of preparing creates evidence that you are serious about your vision. This evidence gradually strengthens commitment and increases determination. Life often rewards readiness. Opportunities tend to favor those who have invested time, energy, and attention into becoming capable of handling them. Success rarely arrives without preparation, because preparation develops the qualities necessary to sustain success. Skills, discipline, confidence, and knowledge are often formed long before visible achievements appear. Preparing for what you desire changes your relationship with the future. Instead of wondering whether good things will happen, you begin positioning yourself to receive them. Instead of waiting passively, you become actively engaged in creating favorable conditions. Your thoughts become more focused, your actions become more intentional, and your expectations become stronger. Every effort made today becomes part of the foundation upon which future opportunities, abundance, growth, achievement, fulfillment, and success can be built. Gratitude and certainty are two of the most powerful forces a person can cultivate. Together, they create a mindset that attracts opportunity, strengthens faith, and transforms the way life is experienced. Gratitude teaches you to recognize the value that already exists in your life, while certainty allows you to trust that even greater good is on its way. When these qualities work together, they create an inner environment where abundance can flourish. Many people spend so much time focusing on what is missing that they overlook what is already present. Their attention remains fixed on unmet desires, unfinished goals, and future expectations. As a result, they live with a constant sense of lack, even when blessings surround them. Gratitude shifts this focus. It trains the mind to recognize the good that already exists. It encourages appreciation for opportunities, relationships, lessons, talents, and experiences that might otherwise be taken for granted. Whatever receives attention tends to grow in importance. When attention is directed toward problems, difficulties appear larger. When attention is directed toward blessings, abundance becomes easier to see. Gratitude changes perception. It reveals possibilities that were hidden beneath complaints and worries. It reminds you that, even during challenging seasons, there are reasons to appreciate the present moment. A grateful mind is naturally more open to opportunity. Instead of becoming consumed by frustration, it remains alert to possibilities. Instead of dwelling on disappointment, it searches for lessons and advantages. Gratitude does not deny the existence of difficulties. Rather, it refuses to allow difficulties to become the only thing that receives attention. It creates balance by recognizing both challenges and blessings. Certainty adds another dimension to this process. Gratitude appreciates what is already available, while certainty expects future good with confidence. Certainty is not based on wishful thinking. It is a deep conviction that life contains possibilities beyond current appearances. It allows you to move forward without needing constant reassurance. It creates stability even when circumstances remain uncertain. Many people allow doubt to dominate their thinking. They question their abilities, question their opportunities, and question whether their efforts will produce results. Doubt weakens momentum because it divides attention. Part of the mind wants to move forward, while another part remains trapped in hesitation. Certainty eliminates this conflict. It creates alignment between belief and action. When you trust that progress is possible, you naturally become more willing to take meaningful steps toward your goals. The combination of gratitude and certainty creates a powerful emotional state. Gratitude generates appreciation. Certainty generates confidence. Together, they replace fear with expectation and replace scarcity with abundance. This shift influences every area of life. It affects how you think, how you speak, how you make decisions, and how you respond to challenges. People who live with gratitude and certainty often appear more resilient during difficult times. Challenges still occur, but they do not interpret challenges as evidence that success is impossible. Gratitude reminds them of past victories and present blessings. Certainty reminds them that circumstances can improve. These qualities help maintain perspective when obstacles arise. Relationships also benefit from gratitude. Appreciation strengthens connections and encourages positive interactions. People naturally respond to genuine appreciation. Gratitude allows you to recognize value in others and express it openly. This creates stronger bonds and more meaningful connections. Instead of focusing exclusively on flaws and shortcomings, gratitude highlights strengths and contributions. Certainty influences the way opportunities are approached. A person who expects favorable outcomes is often more willing to take initiative. They apply for opportunities, share ideas, learn new skills, and pursue goals because they believe progress is possible. This belief creates action, and action creates results. Certainty does not guarantee immediate success, but it increases the likelihood of persistence, and persistence often leads to achievement. Every day provides opportunities to strengthen both gratitude and certainty. Simple moments of appreciation reinforce awareness of abundance. Positive expectations reinforce confidence in the future. Over time, these practices become habits. The mind becomes trained to notice possibilities rather than limitations. Attention shifts from scarcity to opportunity. Fear gradually loses influence as confidence grows stronger. Gratitude reminds you that life already contains value. Certainty reminds you that life contains even greater possibilities ahead. One keeps you connected to present blessings. The other keeps you moving toward future opportunities. Together they create a foundation of faith, confidence, appreciation, expectation, abundance, resilience, optimism, purpose, fulfillment, growth, achievement, prosperity, and success.